I really did. Looking forward to coming out on Sunday.
Yep.
If you're into this kind of stuff, Graham, do it. You plug it, Graham. Plug it. Go on.
I do a YouTube podcast called Motovloggers Unplugged, and it normally comes out every Sunday during the winter and less frequent in the summer. That's on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe.
There you go.
Do it.
Yeah, it's a really good format. If I'm being brutally honest,
I love it.
Apart from mine, I'm all about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour long. Apart from mine, which is like 50 minutes. But yeah. So next guest is going to be Craig, who is riding through grief. How you doing, mate?
Good evening. I'm all right. Fellow Baldies tonight. And Mark,
yes.
Sorry, and Graham. He's not Baldy. He's
okay, do new.
He's a wannabe. He's a wannabe. He just shaves his head.
Killing my camera here.
I just cut it tonight, actually.
It's.
Get a quote next time.
Yeah. Haven't finished next time. All right. And then we've also got Alan as well, who's Blue Yonder Motor. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Hello.
Thank you. Hi,
Good evening, Al.
Nice to see you again.
All good.
Bringing up the Yorkshire.
We've got to keep the end up, Mark.
We do. Because we can't understand these three.
Although technically, I'm in Nottinghamshire, so but we'll.
No, don't mention that.
It's more Midlands
Yorkshire blood.
than Yorkshire, then, are you?
Yorkshire blood.
We've had a couple of slip in here. We've also had Dave Ramsey, Pecos Paul, Mick Sheldon, Charlotte, Graham, and Gravy Davey. So, yeah, we've also had a couple of slip in there. So, first thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to just quickly share the screen because I'm proper excited about this bike. So, let's have a quick little discussion about the BMW 450 GS.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the only downside I've read on it so far. I've done a bit of research today, and the only downside is the weight of it again. I think it's 183 kilograms dry at the moment, so it's going to be nearly, it's going to be nearly 200 kg by the time you got fuel in it, and it's going to be wet. But
I don't think the T700s are as heavy as that, are they? I think T700s are about 200 kilo.
I think they're 163. I think.
Are they?
Yeah. I'm sure they're 163. But yeah, I think I just think that this 450, if it had some guards on the front, just covering it a little bit. I know you added a bit more weight on, but you know what I mean. I think that's going to sell really well.
It's an interesting looking bike.
It is. I mean, I quite like the look of it. Which one is it? It's this one here. It's that one with the back end. How open all that is.
Yeah.
And also, it looks like as well on the seat. I don't know if I can find one of the seat. If you can see on the seat.
T700s are 205. I've just googled it.
Oh right.
So
I've looked at that.
Out there.
Yeah, I've looked at that fucking menu, mate.
Yeah.
But of what I have saw here is this back section here. It's only a single seat. So that back section is just purely for storage.
So, I've never off-roaded in my life, but I would consider doing it with something that sort of size.
Honestly, I really like that.
What kind of weight's the Himalayan? That's a 450 as well, isn't it?
They're heavy, them. They're heavy, them bikes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought that that's going to be a little bit livelier. You'd expect it to be livelier anyway than the Himalayan, wouldn't you? I mean, the crucial thing is what they're going to price it at, and they've not given any clues on this, have they? If they're pricing it at about 12k, they're not going to get many takers, are they? It's got to be under
too expensive.
It's got to be under 10k to stand a chance in today's market.
Yeah,
it's got to be $6 grand.
Are they going to do away with?
It won't be though, because it's BMW.
Yeah.
Are they going to do away with the 310?
Well, yeah, that's another thing. I'll tell you what, they're nice bikes to ride. Them. My dad had a 310, and I rode it and really did like it. Himalayan's 196 kilo.
Is it?
I knew they were a heavy bike.
Still quite heavy, isn't it? Yeah. How heavy is the 800, incidentally?
I know. My 850 is 240 something, I think.
I mean, that one I had in loan felt as if there was nothing there. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the RT being heavy and fat, but...
Yeah, that's like picking up the fucking Titanic, eh? That's why.
But I mean, when I rode the 800, I felt as if I could fling it about.
Yeah.
The RTs will probably be comparable to the GSAs, though, won't they, with weight? So it's like 260 or something like that?
Oh, 260 something. You might be right, 260, 280.
Yeah, so it's they're fairly heavy, and I've got I don't know if people know, but I've got KTM 690 Adventure R. They're about 145 kilo. Absolute ideal.
Yeah.
175 horsepower. Weapon. Absolute weapon. Brilliant.
Well, that's what bikes used to weigh, isn't it? There were never these stupid weights in times gone by. They're always like. I mean, if you look at the classic trailers, if you look at something like an XL 500 from the 80s, they're about 140 kilos, and it's 40 odd years old. You know,
same with DTRs.
Weight. Yeah.
Same with DTR is it 250? 2 strokes. They're what, 110, 120 kilo, something like that. My cousin's got one. He loves his. He swears by his. Well, he's got a few actually, but that's a different story. He's a bit of a collector of things that he likes.
I really like the look of that.
Yeah, I
do like the look of it, but it's for what intention?
Yeah, I would have a bike like that if I was going adventuring off, but I wouldn't have it as my main bike. It would need to be a second bike.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've never done off-roading, and I'd watched Brian's video the other day where he scalped the ground in his GSA. I don't fancy picking one of them up on a muddy track.
Like, if I'm being honest, you know, if you look at, Ferret's Magical Mystery Tour, he was the one who come with me. He's the lad who come with me.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for him, mate, I wouldn't have been able to pick that fucking bike up. Like I say, we didn't arrange it till later the night, and I'd been out that day, so I'd filled my tank up.
Yep.
So if I knew that I was going to do that, I wanted to fill my tank up, I'd have just, I don't know, put fucking £6 in or something. Do you know what I mean? But I had a full tank of fuel, and you know, just daft things like now I know, like putting the appropriate air in the tyres, and you know, all the rest of it. I'd have took my bags off the front because a couple of times my bag got caught. You know, and there was a few things that I wish that I'd have changed now, in hindsight. But obviously, hindsight's a great thing. But you know, you can't. You know, next time I'll know. But what I will say is, like, for me, we sat at Costa afterwards. We had a chat. He shot off, went to do some more trails because basically I was just fucking. All he was doing was holding gate up and for me and picking my bike. That's all he was doing. So you know, it was very good for him, to be fair. You know, and I did actually say to him sorry at one point. I said, you know, I'm holding you up massively here, but you know, he, to be fair, he was great. He was like, no, it's all right. You know, I don't mind. Yeah. But yeah, it was just. I just felt really sorry for him, if I'm being brutally honest, because I'm a complete novice on this absolute weapon. And, you know, he's got his KTM. I think he had an 890, his KTM, mate, and he was fucking... Yeah,
flying over.
Yeah, mate, he was just busting off, and I was just like... You know, and just sit there, and you're like, wow. Going past me in the back, I'm like, ah, bastard. But yeah, it was proper good, though. But what I will say is, if I'd have sat there after that and thought to myself, I don't want to do this, I wouldn't be in the predicament where I'm now, and I'm looking for an off-road bike.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be doing that. So, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Even the falling off, I enjoyed it. So
that's part of it. And I mean, that F800 GS, I was flying about in that for a couple of days, and I've really felt as if I could have taken that off. I've never been off-road, but I would have tried it. I mean, obviously it would have been green lane and stuff to start with, not serious off-road and things. You've obviously, there's a different skill there to off-road riding, which I've never done, but yeah, I would have tried it with the F800. That felt about the right size. It felt about the right weight.
Yeah. I mean to be fair, you know, there's you guys are text a lot anyway, but me and Marcus spoke, and I was saying to Mark about a skill you've got to have. If you're going to do anything like that, don't do what I do. And take a big fucking 1250 off road with no whatsoever.
You boys hear me?
Yeah, Mark, we can hear you.
All right, I've had problems. I've just had to take DJI off, mic off. It's play silly buggers.
Oh well. But get a skill set. Go and have an off-road course, or get a smaller bike, or go and have a look at some at first. Because, like I say, I was just, mate, I was just in. I was all over the shop at some stages. I don't know whether to stand up, sit down, move forward, move back, look forward, look backwards, look sideways. I don't know where I was going, and that's why like a lot of the time when I crashed, I was just laughing. I was just laughing at it because it was just, you know what I mean? People going, "Oh, I can't believe you dropped your bike," and I'm like, "Mate, I was doing like fucking 4 miles an hour." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really a drop, is it?
No,
it's a tactical dismount.
I've hurt myself running fucking faster than I fucking.
Yeah, you didn't damage your bike either, did you?
No. But it was good, honestly. But that's what I'm saying. Like for me now, I'm sat here now, and I'm looking at like my skill set.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm saying, right, I need for me to go and with Carl again at some point, or anybody at some point. 1, I need a smaller bike. 2, I need a skill set. So when I hit grass or mud or pebbles or rubble or whatever, you've got an idea of what you should be doing on it, rather than just absolutely, you know, at no point at all did I get to the other side and think of how I've done it, if that makes sense. All I did was fucking get through it. That's all I did. Yeah, I just got through it basically. But
I've got a mate that used to ride a Tenere 700, an old one, and I watched all his pictures. He was off road all the time, proper muddy, wet tracks, and he spent most of his time on his arse, but he loved it. So, and it was an old bike. He didn't care that much about the bike, so he was prepared to go a bit further than you would with a £23,000 GSA. So, what's that big G was going on about? Something at 8k with luggage, 8k included.
It's the Vogue. It's that Vogue 500 that he's on about. The Vogue 500. Or is it the 500 or the 900? That TMF.
900.
Yeah. That TMF has reviewed.
Allegedly.
Oh, 900.
Yeah.
That's a good size engine.
It's an adventure tourer, really, isn't it? It's a touring bike, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not a.
Did we not see them at ABR, Peaky? Was that the one we were looking at? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice looking bike.
Yeah.
Again, they're very heavy, aren't they, though? They're not lightweight.
Right.
They're about 235, 236 kilo by the time you put some petrol in. And that's a lot of machine to manhandle, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a bit much to... If you're an expert, I suppose it's fine, but someone like me taking a bike that way off road, it would be
exactly.
It'd probably be lying on top of my leg. It'd be lying there for ages.
If you're Chris North over, you can make it look really easy, but mere mortals like us, look like beginners.
But these people who ride these big adventure bikes and make it look like it's a bicycle of they were born to ride bikes and they have a particular skill set. Like Lel Pavey and the boys see us to Adventure or something like that. The boys who were doing the Dakar, they're all up. You know what I mean? Them lads where they're instructors on off-road skills and stuff like that. Super talented.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch, I mean, I'm a bit of a fucking fanboy, but Adam Reeman, you look at his skill set. Adam Reeman, he is phenomenal at riding bikes, phenomenal. But what you've got to look at, he's rid off-road all his life. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he's raced at probably the highest off-road level racing you can fucking race at. So, you know, if he, you know, as for me, I'll look at him and watch him ride a bike, and you think, fucking hell, he's good. He's good at riding a bike. I want to go and have a try of that. Do you know what I mean? Not realising what fucking skill set you need. You need to have a skill set. You can't just jump on and go. You know, that's like for example, me and Adam Reeman, and I'll jump on a track with him. We've got 2 Triumph 675s, and I'll go keep up. Completely different skill set. Completely different skill set. And
You've all watched Long Way Round, Ewan and Charlie, back in 2004. Well, look at them when they're on their off-road courses. Charlie was a Dakar racer and could handle the bike, and Ewan was falling off all over the joint. Totally different skill sets. And that was on the BMW course. That was the off-road course they were doing it. And could he stay on that bloody bike? And then they took a fully loaded GS around the world. So it's. But you saw the problems they had.
That was like me and Ferret. He was Charlie Boardman and I was Hugh McGregor. Just fucking falling off.
And then you get people like Richie Vida that likes to ride an Africa Twin through the Highlands of Scotland and islands in 3 foot of snow.
Yeah, that's
he's re-edited his video from a year ago or something.
He's put it back out on it.
It's absolutely mental.
That's probably some of the best filming that he's done for me, to be honest.
That's my favourite series of his by far.
Yeah,
the off-road.
Mine too.
Yeah,
mine too.
See, I like.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult. It was so difficult that I liked it. You know, it was cold. It was, you know, the weather was horrendous. You know, that's what I liked, and I liked him documenting that. It was really good.
Yeah. That was a challenge.
Oh, sorry, Bri.
No. I was just saying, you know, when I look at places like that, you know, I like watching. I can't remember his name now, but he's an Australian channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name now, but they've got a magazine out there.
Mad TV. Is it Mad TV?
Mad TV. So he rides from the UK to Australia with his mate, and that's one of the things. Yeah, that's one of that kind of started me off on the old. I want an adventure bike. I want to start doing stuff. I want to start not off-roading, but at least fucking a bit of a shell track. Do you know what I mean? That for me, that started it, and then I got into like your Adam Reemans and different people now who are doing a lot of similar stuff. But the amount of channel, I won't say the amount of channels, but there's a lot of channels out there that do it, and they've got barely no subscribers, and the footage and the stuff they're getting is absolutely phenomenal. And you're just like, scandalous how some of these channels are like, you know, them struggling, and they're at like 600 or 700 fucking views, 700 subs, and you're making stuff there, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Whilst I'm on about subs, so I just want to congratulate Mark.
Yes. Well done, Mark. Yeah.
Well done, Mark.
Cheers.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Yes.
He's there, big boy pants there.
I'm coming right up behind you, Mark.
Steady on. I don't know you that well. I told my wife to get the red panties out. I says, I've got 1,000 subs, get the red panties out. We're going to make it. We're rich.
Are you wearing them then, Mark, or is she?
Either or.
He's wearing them, but she tells him which ones he's wearing.
Yeah, well, that's about right. Just on the sort of the adventure side of things. So I've been ticking a little bit of the tech off the Trans-Euro Trail. So I picked it up from Home Firth, and I'm just around near Skipton now. And I get the real sense of adventure by doing that, because I've done it alone. I'm following a line on a map, and I do not know what's going to be next. And for me, that's been brilliant. It's been really good. It's been really brilliant. I felt like, you know, I'm sort of doing something, you know, because normally I go with Pete English and Michael Heaton and Dana and Ian Pilson. They've got the routes dialed down because they've rode those trails for all their life. And I just go along with them, but now I'm sort of forging my own route, you know. It's really good. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who watch Adam Reeman, but if you look at I've been watching Adam Reeman for absolutely years and years and years. You know, I remember when he looked awkward on camera sometimes, and I was like, mate, how the fuck are you at, like, you know, 150,000 fucking viewers? Because you look like a fish out of water. Do you know what I mean? I genuinely, at some point, I just didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started my channel and looking how to edit and get a start, a middle, and an end, and kind of opening it up like a book almost, that I started watching his channel completely differently. Now, do you know what I mean? I look at stuff and I'm like, how the fuck has he got that shot? How he's done that? That's a great shot. I like that. I like how he's done that. Do you know what I mean? And like his colour grading and all sorts. But it's just, if you're into that stuff, you start from the beginning. Some of his trips he's done around America and stuff like that is absolutely fantastic. But because totally get it there, mate. That War Horse video when he goes and picks it up and just rides it out. Literally dusts it off and just fucking rides it out, and then goes and does most of the TET around Europe, and then comes back to the UK. Absolutely fucking fantastic.
I watched. I've just started watching it where he. I watched one video where it must have taken him half an hour to try and get it out of that water. Where he's riding through the water, and he was just dragging it, and it was just dropping down into sand again. And then I watched one of them, which fed on from that, was he rode with his mate who were I don't know if it was a Dakar rider, and they were looking for fuel. They went to this place and the fuel station wasn't open, and then he went to another place, like another farm, and he got some fuel and that with his mate. He spent a couple of days with him. That was good.
Yeah.
There's another guy I watch, an Australian guy, and his videos, it's kind of off-road stuff, and his videos are superb. I'm trying to remember his name. Talk amongst yourselves and I'll find it.
It's not 20 plus of solid, is it?
I can't remember. Give me a minute, I'll find it.
Can I just answer Dave Ramsey? Dave, I don't want to ride with you, mate. I've seen what you do.
CJW Media is me, by the way.
All right, okay.
Is that you?
Aye, because I can't reach my keyboard, so I'm having to use my phone. I've got to use my other account.
Why are you a shorthand typist? Are you?
I've got all this camera crap set up in front of my computer, and I can't reach it for you.
Yeah. So.
Big Gordon was asking about Australia USA thing with chicken strips, but I watched. Do you ever remember Henry Cole, the world's greatest motorcycle rides?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did something right up to Northern Australia. He was on I can't remember what he was riding now.
Was that when he started in Perth? Did he start in Perth and then more?
Yeah.
The kind of the west coast up to
yes.
There isn't anybody.
It was 48 degrees and stuff like that. He was absolutely dying with the heat, but it looked incredible. Yeah. I'm sure he was in a KTM. I might be imagining that, but I'm sure he was in a KTM.
No, I think you're right. I think he was on a KTM. You're right.
Yeah. But he did the western coast right up to the top, and he was in temperatures of 48, 50 degrees. And he had this piece of armour on. It was like a armoured vest, just but kind of Rapsy Nesbitt style vest. I would do that.
Yeah. Well, like I say, this lad who what was he called? Moutar Mad or something again? I think it's called Moutar Mad.
Don't know.
I think it's something like that.
Mad TV. Mad TV.
Mad TV. Yeah,
Mad
yeah.
TV.
So they rode from London all the way to the Gold Coast, and it's quite poignant because they ride all that way, and then they get into Australia, and the only problem they have is when they're in Australia trying to get the bikes out. And he's walking up and down. They hold these bikes in quarantine for like 3 days, and he's going in and he's coming out, and you can see him. He's getting the rage. He's like, people do this day in and day out. He goes that the person I've spoken to today actually knows who I am. They actually know who I am. He says, and they're still well allow the bikes out of quarantine at the moment. He says the man is supposed to be in there 24 hours.
I think the Aussies are quite draconian, though, aren't they?
Yeah. That's one. The two big trips I'd love to do would be from here to Australia and from here to Cape Town.
Right, that's this guy.
That's the Mad TV guy.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
can't remember that's Simon, my mate. That's it. The other guy. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Right, the guy's name is
I don't
Brent
think
Pearson. Oh, that's Adam
I've
Raven
heard
as
of
well,
him.
isn't it? Aye.
Yeah. Brian will be wanking now.
He's my little man crush. He's I fucking love him. Honestly,
I'll tell you what, he's so good though. He's so good.
Charlotte, we'll do the US.
He's a dry twat, but he's good.
Mate, he is dry, but what he is, mate, what he doesn't do is take any bullshit, any bollocks off anybody.
No.
After we did that talk, mate, and this bloke was talking, he was like, "All right, mate, enough." There's like there's 20 of the people here. He says, "You know, I need to get through these people," and this bloke was kind of like took back a little bit, like, you know what I mean? And he was afterwards, like, because I had a little chat to him there, and then before he went out on his bike, I walked past. And like he called me the Peaky biker because like he was like the logo, and he was like, I recognise that, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I always comment on your channel and stuff like that, like, and on your Facebook page, and this, that, and the other, and he was like, yeah, you know, I don't know who you are, but I recognise you. And then we had a little chat there before he went out and stuff, and and we had a good chat at the bar as well, and he bought me a beer, so fucking all right.
Yeah, made your day, made your week.
Honestly, it did. I was so impressed, and like I say, they say you should never meet your fucking idols, mate. But he was absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
He proper ripped this guy. Who was quite fat. This guy, and he came over to want a photo, and he went, "Fucking hell, you like your dinners or something like that." He said to him something like that. I'm like, "Fucking hell, who's this fucking?" I'm like, "Who's this barn pot? What's his gig?" And then I started doing a bit of research afterwards. I thought, "Oh man, he's good."
Mate, honestly,
he proper just ripped him up.
Yeah.
He proper ripped him up. And
at the bar.
Didn't know what to say.
We stood at the bar, mate. The bar was absolutely packed, and he stood at the end of the bar. He must have had about 30 of his entourage, and he shouts me, "They're Peaky biker from over the fucking what's it name?" And I'm looking around like this. You know, you're like, I don't know who anybody is. Do you know what I mean? And then I see him, and he called me over. So I walk over to him in the middle of this entourage, and I'm like, "Oh, do you want a beer?" And he went literally in front of everybody. He was like, "No, all these fuckers are paying for my wine tonight. What do you want? I'll get you a drink." I was like, "I'll have a Guinness." And then everybody was like, "Can I have a Guinness? Can I have a Guinness? Can I have a Guinness?" You know what I mean? And I was like, "No, he's paying for it. I need him to pay for it." He bought me a drink then. But yeah, he's wicked, honestly. But he's again, he's on about skill sets and levels, but his editing skills are phenomenal. Even just a day out or talking about how to, you know, tension your fucking your back wheel or your chain or something like that. He goes into that much depth and talks about it in that much passion. It's worthwhile. It's good just to sit there and watch him and stuff.
I spent 30 minutes watching him change his rear tyre.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you know the video that I'm on about. I'm just going to watch that.
Yeah, mate, he's ace. But like, when I first started watching him, that monotone. How you all doing, guys? I thought, fucking hell, mate, get a bit in charge of it, yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Have a word with yourself. But now I get it. I now I get the old Australian Aussie kind of
dry bloke, like dry.
Yeah, but none of them are upbeat and fucking, you know what I mean?
Like a Scottish person, isn't he?
Look at the two smilers.
We're feeling kind of singled out here.
That's for David Ramsey. That's for David Ramsey as well. It's just I like to take piss out of David Ramsey.
Well, I was married to a Sassenach, so I'm used to it. In fact, she actually had a T-shirt that said Sassenach in the front of it. A Yorkshire girl. My wife was from Sheffield.
Sheffield, yeah. I was just gonna say Sheffield, yeah.
But
made a good stuff. She'll made a good stuff.
Oh, she was hard. She was bullshit.
Yeah. Yorkshire folk,
I was going to say it's a Yorkshire
thing.
Just to say that, a bullshit Yorkshire bird.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Didn't mince her words.
No, gobby as hell. Yeah.
Although she would have been an advocate for me spending the money and getting the bike fixed. She used to say that all the time. Oh, you need to get it done. You need to spend the money on it. You need to fix it. And okay, whatever you say. Don't argue.
Yeah, if Adam was any more laid back, he'd be upside down. He'd be fucking horizontal, mate. If he could walk around horizontal, he fucking would. You know what I mean? But yeah, honestly, he's doing one. He's doing one at the moment through like I'm sure it's like Nepal or fucking somewhere like that, some fucking mad country. But they're going through these forestry block, and then they end up this massive. They've got to go up this massive hill. And him and his mate just fucking like just bouncing off everything, you know. You just like and then you watch other people going up who are probably, you know, more advanced than us, and they're struggling, and they've just fucking flew up there. Do you know what I mean? They're up there having a brew, and you know what I mean. They've got their helmets off, video people coming up and everything. It's just brilliant, honestly. Absolutely.
The thing is, when they live on the bikes, the skill's just going to get higher and higher, isn't it?
Yeah. But he does actually say that on the video, and he's like, if you ride off-road, if you went and did an off-road trip, for example, he says within 3 days, if you did like a 5 or 6 day off-road trip, he says by day 3 you'll be in tune with the bike, and your skill set from that day on will improve constantly.
And you'll be exhausted as well. You'll be absolutely knackered 3 days of the trot.
Yeah.
Oh mate, when I went off with Fabric, man, I was absolutely fucking ball bagged when I got off that bike at fucking Costa. I took my fucking jacket off, mate. I was absolutely chin strapped. Honestly, we sat down at this Costa, and he was like, "Yeah, mate," and I'm like. He's like, "You're right. I was gonna have a heart attack or something." I was like, walking around for it. I don't even taken an inhaler, but I was like, "Has anyone got an inhaler?" Well, honestly, it was proper good. But that's what I'm saying. You look at these people who do these videos, and you're just like, now I get it. Now I get how good you guys fucking am at getting to the point where most, you know, 97, 98, 99% of the people won't be able to get there on a bike.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was ice. It was ice, honestly. But again, he's there this year as well. So there's a few turning up this year at the IBR right now. So you've got oh sorry, did I click that off too fast? Sorry, the phone number is what I've said.
You've got Adam Raymond,
Itchy Boots is there.
Itchy Boots.
I think girl on a bike. She's doing a pregnancy labour reenactment, isn't she? And it's going to take like 20 months. 20 months.
Yeah. Is on her bike?
She might be. Yeah, she's great. Kinga.
Yeah,
Kinga, she's great. Yeah, she's great.
Is she back again?
I said to I don't know. Hopefully. I said to a well-known YouTuber, which I'm not going to drop the name, that
go on.
It feels like Vanessa's been pregnant for about 20 months.
I don't actually watch her.
All right. I'm close to unsubscribing, if I'm honest.
The only one I watch. Go on.
If I want to watch One Born in a minute, I'll put BBC One on.
Yeah, I think the only female YouTuber I watch is actually on her bike. That's the only one I watch. Oh, and another girl called in America. No, is it America? Is As the Magpie Flies. Them are the only two I watch, and both of them are.
I watch wee Safi Sprocket and then she's quite funny.
I don't like her.
No.
I watched her doing the NC 500 tour, and she turned up. She'd left half her stuff behind, and it was all soaked, and she was standing there. It's just a disaster, one disaster after another with her.
She needs a carer or something.
Her life, that's her life, that.
Yep, it seems to be. Every video is based around arriving somewhere and forgetting shit and falling off of things. Yep.
She's turned up to a bike ride and she didn't bring the bike.
There's a word for that, and it's called clusterfuck.
Yeah, she did she not do the Arctic Circle and crash before she got there?
No, she got there, but then she get blown off a road.
Ah, right, okay, right.
Mm-hmm.
And she had to get
Well,
rescued.
she was blowing off the road, or she got blown off the road.
I'll let you decide.
That's why she's pregnant.
You know, yeah. Another 20-monther.
Yeah.
What we're going to say? She's supposed to be a barrister, or she's supposed to be an accountant, or something. She's supposed to have a well-to-do job.
Who's
That's
Safi?
right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I watch her because it makes me feel good about myself.
But don't confuse education with intelligence. They're mutually exclusive things usually.
Well,
Yeah,
clearly not. Clearly not
I like
what she's putting out on YouTube.
Agnes, did you say that she needs a carer?
A carer. Not a kid.
Yeah.
I care.
Yeah. She needs a carer, yeah.
Poor girl. Oh.
But yeah,
Right,
No.
listen, I don't think you've heard me. The guy that I was talking about was a guy called Brent Pearson. He's an Australian as well, and his videos are superb.
somebody with Brent Person.
Brent Pearson.
He seems to.
His name rings a bell.
Aye, his
His name
videos
rings a
are
bell.
fantastic.
I reckon he's been on the Soul Chat on here, but I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
Safi Sprocket was called Lawyer in Leathers originally. Oh, really?
All right.
Lawyer. That's what she is. I said barrister, didn't I?
An NHS lawyer. Really?
She's a lawyer.
She
She's a
looks
lawyer.
about 12.
He forgets her fucking socks. Okay, now. Imagine taking her into court. You've watched her video. She's forgot her fucking socks and pants and the fucking keys for the bike. You know what I mean? You'd be going, what are you doing? What am I doing here?
Oh, I subscribe to him actually. That Brent
his
Pearson.
videos are fantastic.
I don't know why I started watching him now.
I think I have to believe someone can be that incompetent. I think she plays on it, to be honest.
Aye, she does, I think, yeah.
It's part of her image, it's part of her whole style now, and she has this kind of daft, dumb blonde attitude and full of nonsense and things, and people obviously like it because she's got a big channel. Well, I think she has, I don't know.
Except I've never watched it. Never watched it. And no intention.
My mate was out in he was out somewhere. He lives up in the northeast, and he bumped into her, and she a GoPro was broken, and she was obviously trying to do some filming. So he gave his GoPro to her and says, "Take my GoPro, post it back to me when you're finished." And I think she spent a couple of days with them. In the end, they went certain places and they went through these forest trails and stuff like that. What's that forest road called up in northeast? Can't remember what it's called now. Kielder, up around Kielder there were. And she said such a weird thing to him that it put him off. She says, "Oh, I'm in a forest with a bunch of strange men and all this lot." And this is what she said to him. Whether the humour levels missed each other, but he was like, "Nah, she's weird." So yeah, it's one of my off-roading pals that I go with.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Like I say, mate, there's a lot of them who I look at and I'm just like, and this is really judgmental. But I look at them and I'm like, I don't like you already. I don't need to watch your channel. I just don't like you already. Do you know what I mean? And they've probably got big channels and they're probably good riders and all the rest of it. But I just look at them and I just think, to me, you're just jumping on the bandwagon. To me. But
yeah, I like using them Kate. Me, I watch Kate. But I get on with her quite well as well. She's really good.
Yeah.
Do you watch the two-part with her sister, where my sister does like hotel reviews or guest house reviews? It's just been on over Christmas. So good. They're so funny together. Sisters they are, and they were just the banter and the humour. They were so good together.
Yeah. I don't watch any of them. None of them whatsoever. Like I say, it just don't float my boat. You
need to get more cultured, mate. You need to get more cultured. There's more than just Adam Reeman, you know, mate.
Right.
Nah,
Is he anyone in my eyes?
He only subscribes to one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me. You subscribe to me, Bri, don't you?
You've got 999 now. You're just.
I've got 122, I think it is. So a few can pop off if they want.
Yeah, so you've actually gone over it.
He's got his little buffer zone.
I've gone over it. Yeah, I've got my buffer zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard. Me and John was talking about this the other day because we met up and shot the shit and had a bite to eat. But he was saying to me that that used 9K to her boyfriend, he can fucking ride a bike.
Mike. He's done Erzberg. Mike's done Erzberg. He's an extreme enduro rider. He's bloody brilliant. He's so good. He's brilliant. I was chatting to him at bike show. He's really good. Captain Pugwash. You're right, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I say, it's just one of them. You can obviously we've all got our own little fucking favourite channels, over. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
But yeah, have you guys got anything already planned for next year? I know Craig has. What you've already got planned already? What's in the pipeline for you? Oh, this year? Not next year. This year?
Yeah, this year. I've just got the Pyrenees. That's my bag. I can't afford anything else after paying for the bike.
No,
so.
just the fucking Pyrenees.
Oh well,
just the Pyrenees.
One trip. That's it. That's my whole year's plan. Sweden next week, but that's not on a bike, unfortunately. Plus, it's too snowy there just now, so I'll have to accept
that. We've got planned weekend, haven't we, Bri? You're going to that, aren't you? March.
Which one?
One in March. Southwest or whatever it is. Yeah.
Swindon, is it? I'll probably be there for the day. I don't think I'll be there for the weekend. I'll probably be there for the day.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you'd booked it already.
Nah. The only one I've booked is the France one.
Yeah, I've booked the France one. I've got the France one booked.
Is that already out, is it, or not?
France one, yeah.
Is that out?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. Is that Alex going to that one?
Mm.
Are you buddying up with him?
Yeah. Well, I've said he can. I'll pay for the room because I owe him from the other one.
Oh, right, okay. Don't think it's very expensive though, is it?
The Scottish motovloggers will be having a couple of ride outs and maybe a couple of camping overnighters. If you keep watching the Facebook, you can go to that as well.
That is Graham. Any dates been set on that?
No, nothing yet. No, the only thing I've got coming up that's set is ABR. But we will have a couple of ride outs and maybe a couple of overnight camps or something. So you're welcome to that as well, mate.
Yeah. That's right, John. That's John Pell. That's why I come in, mate, because I'm going to be dry that weekend, so I ain't going to come. I'm still in the 100 days. But now look,
you might be out of it. Actually, you might be out of it. What's your 100th day? Because it's 3 months. It's more. It's nearly mid March in 100 days.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'll be interested to come. I'm gonna go up to Scotland again for the long weekend, 100% again this year. Again, get Graham to sort some routes out again. Get him under pressure.
That's as soon as you mention that, it puts me under pressure. I'm like, I've got to do one that's better than the last one.
If you're coming up, give us a shout. We'll get Big Gordon to come over as well. We'll come up and join you for a ride somewhere.
Yeah. So what I was actually looking at, because last time we was just south of Glasgow, but what I'd like to do is kind of have like, if we could all get in the same kind of hotel, like a Premier Inn or I don't know, anywhere, but at least then you've got like a base for everybody. Just get there on the Friday, have like the Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then obviously we'd all go. If you want to go back Sunday, or I'll be going back Monday, but you know what I mean. Have a good couple of days up there and get chance. It gives then at least then we can kind of meet up with people. Then gives people 2 or 3 days to kind of meet up rather than it just one weekend where you only got one day kind of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely coming up.
What was the name of that place you stayed at before? It's closer to Craig than it is me.
What's the name of it? Can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's up the back of the Braes.
Proper nice place, proper nice pub, like.
Mm-hmm.
Up the back of the Braes?
Yeah.
April the 11th. April the 11th is my 100th day.
Was it up Lamour?
Oh.
Aye, it was up Lamour Hotel. I think it was.
That's it.
Yeah. You'd need to pass me to get to Graham.
Mate, it's absolutely. It was really, apart from not doing breakfast. Oh, right. They did the breakfast, but it didn't start till 10 o'clock. And obviously, we was out on the road at 8:30, 8:45. So they give us like a fucking packed lunch thing, which fucking Jay Crazy Leg ate fucking for his breakfast. So he ate mine and Easter for his breakfast, and then we had nothing. But
yours on his.
So he did, honestly. He said, mate, I'd be up having a shower. I'd get out the shower. He'd be lying in bed, and he's ate all the fucking croissants and fucking chocolate biscuits and everything. Going away. And I'm like, mate, is that for both of us? Demolished a lot. I was like, good job I don't have breakfast. I only eat once a day, but I was like, good job I don't have breakfast, right? You know what I mean? But it was just funny. But yeah. Up Lamour Hotel, that was it. And it was really nice to be there, really clean. It was dated, but
yeah, but it's not bad.
But for the price that I got it at, I was more than happy with it.
There's some nice roads down the west coast, southwest coast. But equally good up. I like going up to like Applecross and things like that. A great run.
Yeah. I've done Applecross, but yeah. I mean, it's just saying, have you got any more off roads coming up, Peaky? I've got a few trials and stuff like that I want to do. Nothing as bad as what I did with Ferret, but I am going to be doing it. Once I get this second bike, I am going to be doing some more. 100%. So
I've got a route in Derbyshire that we could tick off.
On the big bike?
I got it. Yeah. No, on little one. When you get your little one. I got it off Mike Pye. I got it off Kate's partner.
All right.
Be a good one.
Derbyshire looks brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know about off-roading, but I'd like to go there just to tour the area. I've been in it. Obviously, when Sarah was still here, we went to Derbyshire quite a lot because where they lived in Sheffield was right in the border of the Peak District. So
yeah,
we would
right on the doorstep.
Get all the wee roads and sort of fly about the area, and it was just amazing. And I always said, desperate to come down here on the bike, but never got a chance.
Just got to time it right because it does get incredibly busy.
Yeah.
So if you go off peak, it's fantastic. You know, some really good roads.
Aye, because sometimes I imagine you can't get moving. It's like that up the Western Highlands.
Loch
Lomond and stuff. It's just a queue of traffic.
I try going up when it's past. It's a complete waste of time.
It's a bit of a letdown though when it's past because it's just you go like that and then it's done. You know, you expect it to be this amazing, open up to this amazing scenery, and then you get to the other side and it's flat and there's nothing there.
You mean the gorge, aren't you? And that's it.
Yeah. But you expect it to build and build and build, and it done. It's a bit of a disappointment. I think it's better going through Chatsworth House. The road on Chatsworth House Estate is better than Wynyard's Pass, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I've been into Chatsworth Road in the car, but as I said, never on the bike. It'd be nice to pop down and have a visit. We'll go at some point.
Oh, what was that one there?
I've got a wee route around the Forest Drive over the Loch.
At Loch Awe, is that?
I've been to Loch Awe. Yeah.
David, is it Glen Shearer by any chance? See the answers. Because I was looking at Glen Shearer, but I'm not sure whether it's actually. It's not quite a Loch Awe, mind you. It's just before Inverary. I don't know if it's gated. There's a big dam up in the hills there as well.
David Ramsey's trying to type as fast as he can. 1, 2, 1, 1. Oh shit! Where's the letter T?
The
twat
cat
towards
sat
Mark.
in the bag.
And more I'm taking piss is going, fuck you, like that. Because he talks like he talks like that. He's got a really funny Scottish accent.
I don't know.
I'll stick some knobblies on the RT and come and do it with you.
Fucking hell. I'll tell you what, I'll come just to film it.
That would make a good series, that wouldn't it? An RT with big knobbly tyres on it. Some big crash bars and stabilisers so that if I tip over, I don't go by 45 degrees.
I was going to say, don't put one of them airbag vests on, mate, because that'll be going off like a fucking bottle of pop. That will.
A place I've been thinking about going. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go again. It's 14 years, I think, since last time I was there, and it was bloody Tim Rodey's fault over Christmas with his videos on the battlefield tours round the Vosges and places like that. But I haven't been to the Ardennes for ages, and so there's some really good riding in that part of Belgium. It's a bit boring to get there, but once you get there, it's absolutely superb. And again, you don't think of Luxembourg as being, particularly interesting, but it's great for riding through Luxembourg and then into the Eiffel Mountains in Germany. And I haven't done that for donkey's years. I think that might be on the agenda this coming year. I was going to go to Normandy and Brittany, but I think I'm going to scrub that and go to the Ardennes instead. Because, as I say, it's one of those lesser visited places, and there's some superb scenery around there.
Yeah.
And basic history as well, So
we did it. Was it last year or the year before? We went to the Black Forest. We went because we ended up because they was doing the binmen had basically blocked the fucking the ferry ports of France. So we ended up going into Denmark and then dropping down into Luxembourg and then dropping down into the Black Forest. And going through Luxembourg was I've never been to Luxembourg before. It was absolutely phenomenal. It really is surprising, isn't it? It's not the sort of place you think it would. When you get there, it's not what you think it's going to be. Yeah. It's like the route that we took, obviously, because we're not taking motorways, but the route that we took, a lot of it was through like big, massive forestry blocks. And there were some stages where I was like, are we in the Black Forest here or what? Because we just genuinely, I was like, we're riding through fucking massive forestry blocks. It was absolutely stunning. Mark's getting some love tonight.
Yeah, Mark's getting love.
Guys, I'm going to have to go now.
That's because he's getting 1,000 subs now.
Yeah. We all know everybody's 1,000 subs, are we? We all know everybody's 1,000 subs.
We're gonna create some other content now.
Man, I'd love to do Normandy again. That's one I'd like to do again. I've done it once, but it was only for 5. I think it was 5 days. I'd like to go over and like be able to have a good few hours at each point and just do like 2 or 3 points a day.
The problem I've found, I used to go fairly regularly to that part of France. I used to be 2 or 3 times a year at one point. And the ferries always used to be really good value and you could always get on one at short notice. Now, it's an absolute pain in the backside trying to book on the ferries. I mean, they always just say, when it was P&O, don't worry, we'll squeeze you on. Now, no, it's absolutely horrendous. And if you're going with the group, it's even worse. So that's why I've stopped going there, really, as much as anything, because it's just so much of a pain in the arse actually trying to get over there now.
Yeah.
And that's not Brexit. That's just the ferry companies just being arses, really.
See, we found coming over from England to France, it wasn't too bad. But going back from France over to England, it was horrendous.
Which crossing, though?
It was. Is it Dieppe? Dieppe. Yeah.
You didn't go New Haven, did you?
Going over, yeah, New Haven to Dieppe.
Right, okay. With the truckers.
But coming back, we went to Southampton. Was it Southampton or Portsmouth? Anyway, but we did that. But going back over, the French was absolute. They was taking fucking ages, checking passports. We nearly missed the fucking ferry because I took that long checking passports.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, the highlight when you come out of goes back to an old story. I used to do track days in France. I don't know if anybody else has heard of a company. I'm going back 20 years now, called Burn Up, and the name sort of gives it a bit of a clue as to what it was. It was actually faster. The ride down to the track was actually faster than riding around the track. That's how crazy it was in those days, and you could get away with it then. You can't now. But one of the things was we took the dual carriageway out of Le Havre, and then you go over the Pont de Normandie. And I don't know, Paul, did you say you were going to Normandy? I think you did. And if you've ever been over the Pont de Normandie, over the Seine estuary, unbelievable. What an absolute fantastic bridge. It's so high, when they took the Tour de France over it, it was actually a category climb on the Tour de France. It is that high. Absolutely amazing. So if you're ever going to go to France, make sure you include the Pont de Normandie. Amazing.
See, when I went with some lads to Austria, and this is the trip that I ended up falling out with. He supposedly he was a fucking tour guide, but I ended up nearly filling him in the one night, and he left. He left me and another lad in the morning with 3 days still left to fucking go. So I ended up me and Mick, his name is, I still speak to him now. Me and Mick was flapping because Mick says I paid more money to him for him to tell me where I'm stopping, where I'm fueling, where I'm eating, and everything, and he's just fucked off and gone. But we ended up doing the Route de Crepes, which is the cobblestones up the hills in heading the back of Germany into France, and that's another one that's on the a massive cycle list for people. I don't even know what it was until we finished. We sat at the top of at a cafe and then started reading some of the literature, and it was fucking amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, that was a good off the cuff. That was good because, like I say, we ended up doing 3 full days, no motorway, where he just wanted to blast back in one day on the motorway and do some other stuff. But we ended up having a massive fallout basically, and yeah, I threatened to fucking fill him in the pub, which fucking went down like a fart in a lift. But
yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah. But it's very rare for me to get angry like that. but yeah, he was a bit of an ob jockey, mate. To be fair, he'd done it on a few other trips by the sounds of it afterwards. So, but he's changed his name and changed his name company as well now.
All right.
So, because I wrote a massive fucking post on there about what he'd done, and then within about 3 days it had been fucking closed. The whole thing had been closed. But yeah, it's just really fucking poor management, mate. And like, it wouldn't give you where you're going next until that morning. Do you know what I mean? And then like, and then he'd shoot off. Like, we don't know what the roads were like. He'd shoot off, and then like, I don't want to leave Mick behind. Mick don't want to leave me behind at certain points, and then we were just pulling over and having brews as and when we wanted. But he was just fucking shit, mate. Honestly, I hated him with a fucking passion. I emailed him because he changed his name, and I emailed him when I found out he'd changed his name. Give him a lot of shit on there as well.
Do you ever get any responses from him?
About 2 years ago, he apologised to me. About 2 years ago, I just told him to fucking shove it, and I hope he fucking dies.
What was the idea behind not telling you where you were going that day until the actual day? What's the
all he'd say, for example, oh, we're stopping at the Premier Inn in Shrewsbury tonight, and you'd say, oh, okay, then sound. That's all you'd know. Then you get to this town, mate, and there might be fucking 12 Premier Inns in Shrewsbury. Do you know what I mean? And you'd be like, what the fuck? Why is it such a fucking secret? And then, like, some routes, we'd end up going to a route, it'd be like a left or a right, and we'd just be sat there. Because he's shot off, we'd just be sat there. 50-50 guess which way we're going. We don't know where we're heading. You know what I mean? You might be doing 350 miles in that day. You don't even know which town you've got to head towards to fucking get to. And that's, like I say, we did a 9-day trip, and on day 6 I'd had a few beers, lost my shit, and I just said to him, I want to know the fucking criteria for the next 4 days. I said, because you're fucking pissing me off. This fucking secret fucking squirrel shit. I said, so you need to fucking pack this in. I'm sick of it now. And then he was just like, it's my tour business and all this like, and I was like, we fucking paid you. We've paid you for the service, which you ain't providing. So you need to I'm telling you now. I want them now. Go upstairs.
How many people were in your group, Peaky?
Initially 4, and then initially 4. Initially 8. 4 dropped out straight off the bat. After this one lad basically ripped apart.
You mean they came, but then they went home early?
Yeah. Well, they went a different direction because I actually found out what had gone on different tours. And then so 4 shot off, basically, did their own thing, which left us 4. 2 ended up falling out with him within 2 days. They fucked off, did their own thing. And then there was just me and Mick left. And then, like I say, at day 5, day 6, I'd lost my shit at this stage. And then I just told them, I said, go upstairs, go and get me your fucking sat nav and go and send me the details now. Because I'm fucking, I was fuming. I was absolutely livid, mate.
I'll play devil's advocate here because it doesn't sound like it was very well organised. But 10 years or so ago, I used to do bike tours. And it is incredibly difficult to keep everybody happy. And particularly if you've got a biggish group, 4 isn't a big group, but if you've got a biggish group and you've got all different standards of riding and speeds of riding, trying to keep everybody together is absolutely an absolute bloody nightmare. And unlike him, I used to give everybody route cards. I used to mail route cards out in advance, email them out for each day as to where we're going, giving road numbers, mileages, and where we're going to be staying. And again, all the hotels were all pre-booked and all the rest of it. So you have to do all that. But I can't understand why I wouldn't give you that in advance. And the other thing is, well, if you've got somebody who's a particularly fast rider, you say, well, there's the route. You know where we're going. Go off and play. We'll see you at lunch, or we see you, when we get to the hotel. And then everybody's happy. But I don't understand that his particular attitude is, a bit control freakery, really.
Give people the route, let them put it in their sat nav, and as you say, if they're fast, on you go.
Yeah, enjoy yourself, fill your boots. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Like I say, mate, I just think he was the only reason why I went because he put on there that he was ex-army and he'd had a couple of people drop out. So I was like, I'll jump on this. I didn't know him at all. Didn't know
solidarity.
Him. Yeah, so I thought I'll jump on that. I've never been to Austria before. We was going down into the Black Forest, into Switzerland, fucking, and then into Austria for 3 days. And I was like, sound. And then we got in there, mate, and literally on the ferry out, on the tunnel over, he ended up having a row with 2 of the lads on the tunnel over because I was like, we know who you fucking am now. My mate come with you a couple of years ago and you fucking left them. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm one of them, mate. I'll just stop in my head. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then it was just an absolute clusterfuck from start to fucking finish. From start to finish. And like I said, I just lost my shit with it. I was just fucking sick and tired of 1, chasing him, and 2, just not knowing where we was going, what we was doing, when we were stopping, where we was heading, what time we were fucking stopping. Do you know what I mean?
You've got to know where you're going. I mean, I'm going back to sending out the route cards. I knew damn well most of the people wouldn't even read them, but at least you've sent them out in advance. And I always just take hard copies with me as well, because even if they had printed them out at home, they always forgot them. So you always have to second guess what everybody's not going to do, and then take it with you. But it's hard work. I mean, I watch Nathan the Postman because I think his tours look actually quite interesting. You guys being all your off-roady types, be right up your street. It's not up my street, but to be right up your street. But I like the way that he has a fairly laid-back sort of approach to it all, doesn't he? He comes across really well. And again, his videos are good. They're not in your face or anything. They're not egotistical or anything. So I really like, as I say, I like his videos and I like the look of his tours as well. They look really good, really good.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. Pretty good.
Yeah. Right then, lads. We're gonna wrap this up because we've been on 1 hour and 6 minutes. And I'll try and keep it to an hour as much as I can as in the week. So really thank you guys for coming on. So I'm just going to scroll to the top now, say a few thank yous of who's been in. If I miss anybody, then in you reading it, just shout up. So we've had John Pell, Real Riders, Ferret. We've also had John Gilbert, Llama Farmer, Moto Tour Island, Moto Crad, Glenn, Flat Cap Racer, Dave Ramsey, Pecos Paul, Mick Sheldon, Charlotte, Gravy Davey, Paul Sparrow, BK Bikes, Mr. Whiskey, Robert Munro, Kazamoto. You got to check out Kazamoto because I'm from Australia. He's mad into his fucking Harleys, and it's a good channel as well. So check them guys out. Excuse me. We've also had Kyman Go. I think.
Peaky, can I just butt in a wee second? Is Mark trying to kid on his get hair there?
Yeah.
That's his new style.
Yeah. John
hold on. Let me just move my fringe.
New hairdo. There you go.
Hair today, done tomorrow.
Yeah. John Sinclair, Fentua, CJW Media, which we know is fucking Craig because he can't read his fucking typing board. Hedge Runner, Buster ADV Biker. I take it he's one of your guys, is he, Graham? Or
he's in the same group? Yep.
Yeah. Sound.
Yep.
Soggy Balls Moto, Exeter Rider quickly jumped in as well. John Pell, Slowbo Lobo. He's another good channel as well. Like I say, I got all these. Most of these have got channels, guys. So just jump on their channel and just have a look at them, just see what you think.
Have a look, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we've also got Captain Pugwash jumped in as well. I think that is John Diard McLean as well coming.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. I can't see anybody else that I've missed. I don't think.
BK Bikers.
BK Bikers, I think it's right there. Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I think I did. If not,
BK Bikers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's everybody. If I did miss you off, then I apologise. But I'm trying to read through quick, so you'd all keep hearing me again. It sounds like a fucking wagon reversing. Yeah. So yeah, guys.
Where do you get all these sayings from you?
Mate, it's just from here, instant. There's no pre-thought gone into it, mate. As you can tell from the live, there's no pre-thought. It's just off we go and see how it runs.
They're just great, though.
Yeah, but anyway,
it's like when you said went off like a bottle of pop or something like that. You know, where it's like, where do you? But we totally understand what you mean.
The hairdress,
yeah. Yeah, and obviously, I'd like to thank the guys who have been on the live as well tonight. So we've got Graham, Mark, Alan, and Craig from Riding Through Grief. So
thanks,
again, guys, if you're in the side chat, have a look at the people on the side chat as well. You know, because we have a little community here, and you know it all helps if you get an extra sub, an extra 2 subs there. I'm sure if you sub to somebody, they'll sub to you. I'm sure that's what I do. If somebody subs to me, I'll sub to them.
Yep.
So,
good etiquette. Good etiquette.
Yeah, it's really, really appreciative in our little community, our little biker community. So yeah, guys. So as usual, if you can all stay safe, keep your family safe, and all doing one thing, which is smile. All smile. Even the Scottish lads, you can smile.
We do occasionally.
Yeah,